So we are starting with the very first chapter of image processing, that is introduction. These are the topics that we are going to cover in image processing introduction chapter. So let us quickly start. Basically digital images use करने वाला first industry था newspaper industry, and the images which were to be printed or to be used were sent by the submarine cable between these two cities, that is London and New York. So this is just a fact for you to know. The very important part or the very important concepts that you should know now onwards are these. So a human eye-brain mechanism produces the best imaging system. Our eyes capture the image, the brain recognizes the image. We are going to see the structure of the eye later on. Okay. Now what is the image basically? Whatever we see in front of us is an image. We can say that image is a two-dimensional function of a three-dimensional world. So, if whenever you are watching a TV, whenever the shooting is done, it is a three-dimensional set, correct? But when it is shown on the screen, it is 2D. Now, what do you mean by two-dimensional and three-dimensional? Two-dimensional means it is X and Y. And three-dimensional means it is X, Y and Z. So, as a third dimension, the Z component is added. Okay. Now, whenever we talk of an image as a two-dimensional function, we say that the intensity function for 2D image is f of x comma y. Now, what is this x comma y? Whenever you consider a 2D image, you basically get a grid like this. Okay, where this is your x and this is your y. And each square that you can see over here is called as a point in the image. Okay, it is called as what? A point in the image. So when I say f of 0, 0, I say f of 0, 0. I am pointing to this point. Getting it? It's very simple. When I say f of 2, 3, I am pointing to the row number 2 and column number 3. So which is my row number 2? This is my row number 2. Which is my column number 3? This is my column number 3. Remember, the numbering is starting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2. So which will be the pixel that I am interested in? This. Getting it? So what are x and y? They are the spiral or the plane coordinates, and the value that you get over here is nothing but it is the amplitude at that particular coordinate, or it is also called as intensity or gray level of that image at that point in time. Okay. Now please understand that you are going to deal with three types of images. The very first type is black and white. So इसमें सिर्फ 0 and 1 होने वाला है represent करने के लिए. The second type of image is a grayscale image. What is a grayscale image? Grayscale image is an image which has black color, which has white color, and it has a number of gray levels. Number of gray colors are there. So light gray, dark gray, very dark gray, very light gray, medium gray, ऐसे सारे gray के shades हो सकते हैं. So वो gray level image हो गया. And then the last one is what we call as your color image. Okay. I hope the concept of x, y and the grid and how to find out the value of a pixel is very clear. Now just now I told you something which is called as a pixel. So whenever we talk of an image as a digital image, it is made up of finite number of elements, and every element in it, the smallest element in it, is called either as a picture element or a pixel or PELS. Okay. Now, if you have an image where all the values are finite and discrete, then that image is digital image. Okay, because obviously whenever you are working with computer, there is no concept called as infinite. So you need to have finite values, you need to have discrete values. Okay. Now, digital image processing is modification and enhancement of images by applying various filtering and enhancement techniques so that we get better visual information and we get we can make a good use of those images. So digital image processing is not only about capturing images and storing it. It is about maybe mixing two images, finding out the elements in the images, modifying the images to get better information. So all those parts come under digital image processing. So we perform various analytical techniques on images as well. Now, image processing accepts image as an input and it generates a modified image as an output for human perception, or the modified image may be having some useful information also. Now, many times we just click a picture and then we try to change the contrast in the picture. That is also image processing. Many times हम लोग जो फोटो क्लिक करते हैं वो ब्लर होता है, फिर हम लोग उसको अच्छे से कॉन्ट्रास्ट में लाने का या थोड़ा शार्पन करने का काम करते हैं. सो व्हाट इज दैट? दैट इज डिजिटल इमेज प्रोसेसिंग. ओके, नाउ व्हाट आर द एप्लीकेशंस एंड एग्जांपल्स ऑफ डिजिटल इमेज प्रोसेसिंग? You have to understand that the sources of energy that we have in our image is across the different electromagnetic energy spectrum. So what is this electromagnetic energy spectrum? Right from your gamma rays to your X-rays to your to your visible light, we have different things in the electromagnetic spectrum. So with respect to this, what are the applications in the digital image processing? So gamma ray imaging. Gamma ray imaging usually nuclear medicine and astronomical observations में use होता है. And जो images produce होते हैं वो डिटेक्ट करने के लिए, वो मेजर करने के लिए what we use is gamma ray detectors, because your normal cameras cannot detect the gamma rays, so you need separate gamma rays detector to detect these images. Similarly, something is called as X-ray imaging. अभी आप सबको पता होगा, you must have had an X-ray or you must have seen someone having an X-ray and you must have seen the film. मेडिकल डायग्नोसिस में यूज होता है, इंडस्ट्रियल इमेजिंग में एक्सरेज यूज होता है, सिक्योरिटी एप्लीकेशंस जहाँ पे एयरपोर्ट सिक्योरिटी वगैरह होता है तो बैग इट गोज थ्रू एन एक्सरे स्कैनर. सो दैट इज योर एक्सरे इमेजिंग. सिमिलरली वी हैव अल्ट्रावायलेट इमेजिंग जो इंडस्ट्रियल इंस्पेक्शन, लेजर्स, एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल ऑब्जर्वेशंस, बायोलॉजिकल इमेजिंग में यूज होता है. सो ऑल दीज आर डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशन एरियाज ऑफ different types of images. So we don't only talk of the images which are captured in a visible light. Visible light में images जो capture होते हैं वो तो images होते ही है, but ऐसे भी images होते हैं जो gamma rays detector use करके detect किए जाते हैं या X-rays detector use करके detect किए जाते हैं. Okay, so this is a typical list of different applications of image processing. You can see many applications that you must have heard and seen around you, right from fingerprint recognition, face recognition to traffic monitoring and surveillance. Manufactured goods जो होते हैं, rather than a person sitting there and inspecting whether the quality of every good is okay or no, is the goods as per the particular size or no, we use image processing in that. Okay, मेडिकल फील्ड में इमेज प्रोसेसिंग का बहुत ज़्यादा यूज होता है. योर MRI स्कैन, योर CT स्कैन, योर अल्ट्रासाउंड, एक्सरेज, एवरीवेयर दे नीड इमेज प्रोसेसिंग टू अ वेरी ग्रेट एक्सटेंट. रिमोट सेंसिंग में, एस्ट्रोनॉमी में, वेदर ऑब्जर्वेशन एंड प्रेडिक्शन में. ओके, सो ऑल दीज आर ब्रीफ एरियाज वेयर इमेज प्रोसेसिंग कैन बी एंड रादर इज अप्लाइड. ओके.